Happy Friday. I'm so happy it's Friday. This weekend is supposed to be gorgeous. It's supposed to be like 86 today, 87 tomorrow. So I'm planning on spending a lot of the time at the pool. Got my sunscreen and my... Did I forget my bag? I'm gonna be so mad if I forgot my swimsuit bag. Unless I put it in the back. I think I forgot it. Damn it. What the F? I literally put everything in it. My towel, everything. And I bet you it's sitting on my fucking island at home. Oh, I'm gonna be so mad if I didn't throw it in the back. For some reason, I feel like my brain fog has been back just a little bit recently, and that's frustrating because I felt like it's been like gone since I oh my god, I think I did forget it. Fuck. No, that makes me so mad. But I think I did for see, what is wrong with me? Oh my god. I think my brain fog is back quite a bit. It's been happening more often, and I feel like it was gone before or when I started taking the medicine. Damn it. Oh, I'm so mad. Luckily, the pool club is only like minutes from my house, like 10, 12 minutes from my house. But still, I wanted to go straight from work there. Because once I get home, I always feel bad leaving right away again. Like, you know, my animals get so excited that I'm home. So I always end up like staying home because I feel bad. I want to spend time with them. So I was going to go right from the pool club, or right from work. Dang, that sucks. Anyway, could be worse. First world problems, right? So I was thinking a lot this past week, and about just kind of like where I'm at in my life, and how I'm like so proud of myself that I hit my first weight loss goal of the 250, and as of this morning I'm like 248.8, and how like my next big weight loss goal is 230, and then 221, and all that stuff. And I was just kind of looking at every aspect of my life. It will be next month, will be like 4 years since Tim and I have moved away from family and friends, and, you know, kind of planted our roots here. And you know, we've done really, really well here, and we've done really, really bad here, like financially. I've been very open and honest about our financial situation with you guys, how it's always very up and down. With Tim being in HVAC, summer is wonderful for us, but winter is absolutely terrible for us. And then, you know, that between me being laid off a few years back and racking up a lot of debt from that, and then, you know, on top of his job always fluctuating, we've racked up a lot of debt. We've gotten ourselves into, you know, some trouble, and we're always able to pull ourselves out. But I'm so sick of the back and forth. Like, I'm so sick of, you know, just not feeling comfortable anymore. And so I really, a few days ago sat down and like re-looked over all of our bills, all of my personal bills, all of our bills shared together, and really started like trying to make like a budget. And I've done the snowball effect a handful of times with paying down debt, and it works. It just takes time. It's hard though when like you don't even have, you know, an extra few dollars to put towards a bill, you know, to help pay it down. that's kind of where we were at for a really long time. And I was just thinking about before, you know, I started the Mounjaro and started taking my health journey seriously again. And how much worse off we were just 6 months ago because of the fact that we were spending so much money on food and on just snacks and fast food and Starbucks and, you know, gas station food and like all of that stuff. And it's crazy how much, even though we're still not doing great, we're doing better because we're not doing those things. So I went over like a whole budget and I have a plan, but it's just hard. Like, both of us got paid today, and you know, a bunch of bills pulled out of Tim's account, a bunch of bills are going to be pulling out of my account, and by tomorrow we're going to be left with like literally nothing. And we don't get paid not well. Like, that's the crazy thing, is we both get paid like decent. It's just everything. Life is just so expensive right now. And you know, we did things wrong, like with not saving. You know, I was looking back at our savings account from like 2019 to 2021, and our savings was so great. And then life happened, things happened, and it dwindled down. And once it dwindles down, it's hard to get it back up. And that's kind of where we've been ever since then, is like playing catch up. And right when we have a good chunk saved, something else happens. And so I was really, really thinking just like about our future, and I know, well, hopefully I know we're going to be in the house that we're at least another 2 years. That's what I feel comfortable with, and that's what Tim feels comfortable with, and that's kind of our plan. And like I said, I was just looking over my bills. Tim and I still need to sit down and look over like his personal ones. We just haven't had time. But I have like a decent plan, because I feel like it's responsible to bring a child into this world when I don't feel comfortable with how quickly our money is going. I'm not saying that for everyone's circumstance, like, you know, if they don't have a lot of money, they shouldn't do it, but excuse me, oh my god, I'm tired today. But personally, for Tim and I, because I know for me, once we have kids, I'm gonna want to travel home to my family as much as possible. I'm gonna want to fly my mom out here as much as possible, and my sisters, and like, I know that for myself. I know that I don't know what I'll want to do for work when I have my own child. There's just a lot of things that I want to make better and prepare for before we have kids, because who's to say we're not going to need to do IVF or something like that, and that is so insanely expensive. So just really been thinking about, because I've been thinking so much about my health goals in small increments as well as long term, and my big goals. I kind of have been doing that about like my entire life, and I feel like because I have such a good grip on my health right now, that it's time for me to look at the other aspects of my life as well. And it's interesting because all of my energy and my time and everything used to be solely focused on losing weight. And now that I'm at a place where I have the assistance of the Mounjaro, and I have my mobility back, and I have like the space in my brain, because I'm not consumed with it. It's taken away that, just like I say all the time about, like, it's helping my brain with my food addiction, it's helping with my obsessiveness of trying to figure out what is going to work for me. And what's working for me is taking the medicine. Ooh. Sorry. I just got crazy nauseous. Oh man. That hasn't happened to me in a long time either. Maybe it's my injection site this time. I did it on my left side, but I always rotate, so I don't know why. Oh man. Ooh. Getting a wave of nausea. What was I saying? Holy mackerel, that just almost knocked me off my seat. But I feel like because I have something that's working, it's taking away the obsessiveness. I am doing this the right way. I'm letting myself have treats when I want them. I'm letting myself eat when I'm hungry. I'm listening to my body. I'm realizing what foods make me feel good, which foods don't. Like, I have a good grasp on it now. And so I have, like I said, the space in my brain to think about other things. And it's time to think about the other things in my life, which, like big things in my life, which are our finances. And yeah, so it's gonna take a while. We're gonna have to get insanely strict. Not that we're not already strict, but we're not strict enough. And we're gonna have to buckle down and really struggle for a little while. As far as not going out and doing fun things, or, you know, cutting back on certain expenses, or, you know, it's just something we have to do. I'm willing to be uncomfortable for a little while to have comfort for a lot longer. That's kind of how I'm looking at it. We will still obviously allow ourselves to have fun, and once in a while go out and do things. I think that that's fair, because we do work our fucking asses off. So I think it's fair to be able to do that. And you know, Tim, that man is a literal saint. He works himself into the ground day in and day out, not just with his 9 to 5, which is not even really 9 to 5, it's more like 7 to whenever he gets out. And then on top of that, he, you know, we do our side business, and our side business sometimes does really, really great, and it's the only reason why we stay afloat. And other times we don't have clients for months and months. It's just, that's the name of the game. But when we do have full packed schedules, I mean, that man works 7 days a week from morning to night, and he's always thinking about others. Like, that's one thing that really sets us aside from a lot of other businesses, and it's a good thing and it's a bad thing. Tim and I both were raised not wealthy, like not super wealthy. My family, my parents worked their absolute asses off. Me and my sisters never went without, but I watched them struggle my entire life, even still. And we just always, you know, we had to kind of prioritize things. Like, okay, our fence is falling apart, but, you know, the electric needs to be paid, or there's chunks of the driveway coming out, but this is broken, we need to fix this. Like, and luckily my dad is a very big handyman. He was an electrician. And he's basically just like my husband. He can fix anything with his hands. And so a lot of things were DIY'd, and that's amazing. But the only reason why they were DIY'd is because we didn't have a choice. And so there's a lot of people out there who have to, you know, kind of the thing of you get what you pay for. A lot of people have to get less quality work because they're hiring somebody who is super, super cheap. And this person is doing it super cheap because they're not the best at something, right? So when Tim and I started our side business, we went into it with the idea that we will always help people where we can. We don't want to screw people over, but they're going to get the same quality work from us as they would if they were paying 10 times more to somebody else. Because in my experience, that's what our families needed. We needed good, hardworking people to come in and help us, but not kill us. I can't tell you, with Tim working in the trade, it's so disgusting. A $10 part that you can get off of Amazon yourself that would take someone not even 2 minutes to replace, people will get charged over $1,000 for. Like, it's disgusting. It's so disgusting. And it always makes Tim and I so angry, because not everybody has that, but everybody deserves to have AC or heat or whatever it is. Yeah, I'm just ranting now. So basically what I'm trying to say is, we often look out for others a lot. There was just someone in our neighborhood recently whose AC went out, and what should have been a few $1,000s, Tim didn't feel right because she was having health issues and she had kids in the home. And I think in total, Tim walked away with maybe $300 from the whole thing, like 3 days of work, because that's just the type of person he is. And that's the type of person that my grandfather was. They owned a florist, and he was the type of person that would always put helping others above himself. I unfortunately didn't get to meet him because he passed before I was born, but me and my whole family, we have that in our hearts, and I'm lucky that I married a man that also has that in his heart, to take care of others. But it's like a double-edged sword because you don't really, there has to be balance. But I'm going off on a tangent. Basically what I'm trying to say is, I'm taking my life back in every single aspect. Health came first. Me and Tim's relationship came along with that. And we're both doing great where we're at right now in our health, and I feel like we're in a really good place in our relationship. So now it's time to be in a good place with our finances. So if you guys are interested in how I'm budgeting, let me know. I am absolutely no expert, but I'm just doing kind of what I think makes sense and what I've done in the past that has worked for me. But I can make a video on that. I love pay transparency. Like, I think I know a lot of people are very uncomfortable or weird about talking about how much they make or this and that and whatever, which I totally understand. It's a very, very personal thing. But personally for me, I love talking with other people about it. It's interesting to me. It's like, I don't know, I just like it. I guess it's just because I'm nosy, I don't know, but I'm also an open book, like you guys obviously know. And there's a page on TikTok, I don't remember the name, I think it actually might be called Pay Transparency or Pay Street or something like that, where this woman goes around and she interviews people that obviously consent to opening up about what they do, how much they make, and things like that. And it really just like, I'm like, huh, okay. Like, a lot of people, or like, what's in your savings account? Like, there's a lot of videos like that recently. And it just really made me think that, like, Tim and I don't make bad money. Like, we're making not amazing money, but we're making decent money. Decent enough money to where we shouldn't be struggling how badly we are. So it's time to change that. And I'm just motivated in the sense of changing my life for the better right now. And that's going to be a huge thing. So that's that. Don't know why I ranted about it as much as I did, but I did. So I hope everybody has a great Friday. I'm still really mad that I forgot my freaking swim bag. But that's okay. It could be worse. I will see you guys maybe tomorrow over the weekend. Maybe I'll film a little bit of my weekend. If not, I will definitely be here Monday. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend.